Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Drew's Craft Brews. On today's show, I'm going to talk about Brooklyn Brewery's Sorachi Ace. When I saw this in the store, it just kind of popped out to me because I've never heard of this beer and I didn't know what Sorachi was. So I did a little bit of research, and Sorachi is actually the name of the hop used in the beer. It was invented in Japan by Dr. Morishita Mori, a former employee of Sapporo, believe it or not, in '74. And when it was first released in 1984, it was known to be, or people thought it was weird, it was strange, it was an unusual taste. It's known for having lemony, herbal qualities and spicy aromatics, spicy smell. But in 1994, Brooklyn Brewery decided to use this for a new variation of their craft beer, because craft beer companies never keep on keeping on, just doing the same thing. They always like to experiment and try new things. So when they started to look outward, they looked to Japan. So this beer is kind of an American-Japanese collaboration project, using Japanese hops in collaboration with Brooklyn Brewery, of course from New York. This is a 7.2% Saison, or Farmhouse Pale Ale. Next I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of Brooklyn Lager. Now let's get into the history of Brooklyn Brewery. Very interesting company. It was founded in 1988 by Steve Hindy, a former Associated Press correspondent. When he was in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, he learned how to make craft beer. And upon coming back to the US, he had this dream to return brewing, craft brewing, well, brewing in general, making beer in Brooklyn. So he had a chat with his downstairs neighbor, Tom Potter, and they founded Brooklyn Brewery. Their logo was designed by Milton Glaser, best known for the I Love New York logo used on those popular t-shirts that you see everywhere in the movies and in New York and all that. The marketing of this company is very interesting. So the logo kind of shows that the company is solid, down to earth, not trying to be edgy or anything, trying to make just simply good beer, delicious beer, and their motto is flavorful beer for flavorful people. They rely mostly on word of mouth, brand visibility at bars, and they have a lot of community outreach. They do donations, nonprofit stuff, that kind of thing. I was wondering why I always see Brooklyn Brewery in Japan, and I found out that in 2016, Kirin, one of the leading beer companies in Japan, acquired a 24.5% stake in the company. So they own almost a quarter of the company. So that has, of course, expanded business here in Japan. Also, Carlsberg, they started distribution of this beer, Brooklyn Brewery, in Europe, UK, and Hong Kong. So that's the history. Let's drink. I'm so thirsty. All right, let's crack this baby open, see what it tastes like. Okay. And the pour. Wow, that is like gold. Liquid gold, my friends. There we go. Little panning shot. Very nice. Perfect head. I'll hold it up for you. Take a look at that, guys. That's a nice beer. Very nice. Okay. 3, 2, 1, down the hatch. Kanpai. That was a good gulp. Processing. By drinking this beer, you wouldn't think on first gulp it's not. You wouldn't think it's 7.2%. It doesn't taste strong. Very drinkable. Very smooth. And I do taste a little bit of the lemongrass in there. Maybe a hint of the dill that they say. Spiciness? Spicy aromatics? I forgot to smell it. I guess so. It doesn't smell like a jalapeno pepper or anything like that, but I could definitely taste maybe a little bit of a spicy aftertaste. Gulp number 2. Yeah. No, I really like this beer. It's pretty awesome. I'm gonna finish it, and then after that, I'm gonna give a little bit of feedback. It's done. See you in a second. All right, guys, I've sobered up a bit. Now for some final thoughts on Brooklyn Brewery's Sorachi Ace. I love that beer. It was smooth. It was light, despite being 7.2%. I'd say this is perfect to go with sushi or fish tacos, although I've never made fish tacos in my apartment. Maybe I should. But yeah, that was awesome. I would definitely buy that again. And for those who see this in their local beer store, liquor store, grocery store, pick it up. I recommend it. It's awesome. Props to Brooklyn Brewery for trying something new, reaching out to Japan. Yeah, they've been connected to Japan since like 1988 or something like that. Let me check my notes. Yes, I make notes. 1988, 1989, they started shipping beer to Tokyo. So there you have it. Brooklyn Brewery, Sorachi Ace, Japan-USA collaboration. That's what life's all about. World peace. All right, see ya.